When it comes to optimizing your Google search ads, taking a top-down approach is the most effective way to get results. This means starting at the campaign level and then working your way down to your ad groups and keywords. By approaching your Google search ad campaigns in this way, you'll be able to identify what needs to be optimized in order to get you the results based upon that campaign. And in this video, I'm going to explain exactly how to optimize your search ad campaigns using this step-by-step approach. So if all of that sounds good, then this video is for you. Now, starting at the campaign level, this is going to be the foundation for all of your search ad campaigns. And there are 3 areas that you will want to focus on. And these are the campaign settings, budgets, and the bid strategies being used for that campaign. Now, starting with your campaign settings, you want to make sure these have all been set up correctly based upon your campaign's conversion goals. This is going to include things like making sure your location settings have been set up correctly, or that your search and display network have been turned off if appropriate. Now, this is a really big topic in and of itself, but I have made a specific video on how to set up your campaign settings correctly that I will link in the description. And what this video does is it breaks down in detail exactly how to set up your campaign settings for your Google search ad campaigns. So if you are interested in this particular topic, I would suggest checking out that video. Now, the next thing you'll want to look at is your campaign budgets. Now, your campaign budgets are of course going to vary from campaign to campaign and will ultimately be affected by your Google Ads budget. But the best way to look at your campaign budget and how to allocate campaign budget is in relation to the conversions coming from that campaign and that campaign CPCs, or cost per click, as that's also known as. Now, very simply, if a campaign is driving conversions for you, whether that's customers or leads or anything meaningful for your business, you essentially want to look at allocating more budget. That is a really easy way that you can optimize that campaign, because usually the more budget you push into that campaign, the more conversions it is going to get you. The second element of this is you want to look at campaigns that have high CPCs and then consider upping the budget for those campaigns. The reason being is that if your campaign budget is really low, right? Let's just say you're only spending $10 a day, but your average CPC is about $20. Google is really going to struggle to show your ads to a relevant audience. And that's because it just simply doesn't have enough money. So what it's most likely going to do is push out ad spend to much lower quality variations or search terms of that keyword, which are not relevant to your business, but are still going to spend money and then ultimately not result in any real conversions or anything meaningful coming from that campaign. Now, a really easy way to fix this is by setting your campaign budget to roughly 4 to 5 times what your average cost per click is. This is a really good starting point. The reason I say that is because you can actually buy enough traffic that it's meaningful for your business and then decide whether you want to either increase the budget or just completely pause that campaign altogether. Okay, so the next point I want to cover is your bid strategies. Now, again, this is one of those things that is going to vary depending on your business and your campaign goals. Now, if you work on a leads basis, let's say you're an online health coach, you're looking to generate more phone calls, or you're a dentist, again, looking to generate more phone calls, using something like a target CPA bid strategy is going to be more appropriate. Whereas if you are an e-commerce store or a business that actually has some direct revenue, so you can purchase products directly from your website, using a target ROAS bid strategy is going to be more appropriate. So making sure you actually choose the right bid strategy based on your business goals is going to have a huge impact on the performance of your Google search ad campaigns. And I constantly see the wrong bid strategies being used across different clients we work with when we take them on. So I would 100% evaluate how you want to look or how you want to apply bid strategies based upon the end result. Are you a leads-based business, or are you more of a revenue front purchase-based business like an e-com store? Now, I just want to give you a quick example on this. If you are a dentist and you know that a $200 CPA is really good for your business, you can actually tell Google with a target CPA bid strategy that you are only prepared to pay $200 per lead or per phone call. Or if you're an e-commerce store and you know a 3.5 to 4 ROAS is what you want to hit for your business, you can tell Google using a target ROAS bid strategy that you only want a 4 ROAS from these campaigns, and Google is going to actively work to achieve that for you. So this is why these bid strategies are so powerful, because you can literally tell Google the results you want and it's going to work to get it for you. Now, a really advanced strategy that you can use here is by leveraging something called portfolio bid strategies. And what this does is that it allows you to use the same bid strategy across multiple campaigns, so you can share all of that data and learning across, let's let's say 3 or 4 different search ad campaigns. Now, to take this to the next level, what portfolio bid strategies allow you to do is apply CPC caps. So let's just say you don't want to pay over $10 for a click. You can actually do this portfolio bid strategy level. This is actually going to control your budget. It's going to ensure you're only targeting keywords within a certain CPC range, and it's going to basically control your CPA as well to a degree. So I would definitely suggest checking that out. It's really going to take your search ads to the next level. Okay, so moving on to the ad group level, there are a few core areas that I want you to look at when it comes to optimizing your search ad campaigns. So the first thing is going to be the ad group structure. This is incredibly important because a good ad group structure results in good results. Now, what this means in practical terms is you want to have individual segmented ad groups, every single keyword theme of your business. So for example, if you're an e-commerce brand, you want to have t-shirts, jeans, hat, hoodies, all in separate ad groups, the individual keywords that correspond to those ad groups. Now, there are several reasons why you want to do this, but the main reason is that you can now make your ad copy and your landing pages more relevant to that specific ad group. If you have an ad group only targeting keywords related to men's t-shirts, you can now tailor the ad copy to specifically speak about men's t-shirts and then take that to a landing page that only talks, or rather only has men's t-shirts on it. So the person from search to click purchase, their journey is incredibly congruent, meaning everything aligns. The next area that you want to focus on at the ad group level is your budget distribution. And all this means is looking at how Google Ads is distributing your ad spend across all of the different ad groups within your search ads campaign. Now, what you'll find in some campaigns that have multiple ad groups is that Google tends to overspend on a handful of ad groups and then underspend on another handful of ad groups. And what this means is that those ad groups that are underspending are likely underperforming, not because they contain bad keywords or have bad ad copy or even a bad structure. They're just not receiving enough ad spend to generate enough traffic to have anything meaningful or to have actually a positive impact on your business. Now, if you have identified this problem at the ad group level, what I want you to do is consider breaking out those particular ad groups that are underperforming into separate search ad campaigns. Now, let me caveat this. If those ad groups contain keywords that are valuable for your business, then do this. If those ad groups contain keywords that are, generally speaking, not that valuable and are actually underperforming, so they are spending, they're getting impressions, they're getting clicks, they're just not converting, then actually just consider pausing the ad group altogether. And that way you can redirect that ad spend back into the top performing ad groups. Okay, so the last level that I want to cover is how to optimize your search ad campaigns at the keyword level. So the first thing that I want you to do is look at the last 30 days of performance at the keyword level. Now, any keywords that have spent over $100 with over 1,000 impressions that have driven no conversions at all, I want you to pause them. This is generally a good time frame and a good sense of data to see that these keywords have either dropped off due to seasonality or demand, or they simply just don't perform. So by pausing these keywords, you can save a lot of money, redirect that ad spend into better performing keywords. Now, the next thing that I want you to look at the keyword level is something called keyword oversaturation. Now, this is where your ad group has so many keywords in it that Google is struggling to spend money against all of them. Now, what you'll find when you have ad groups which have 30, 40, even 50 plus keywords in them, like I've come across, you want to either break out those keywords into their own ad groups because they probably could warrant their own ad group due to their relevancy, or you again just want to pause the underperforming keywords and you really want to narrow down that ad group. Realistically, your ad group should be around 10 to 20 keywords. The moment you start to go beyond that, you really start to oversaturate the ad group and Google struggles to spend on those keywords, or it starts to waste spend on low performing keywords, which again just drives down performance. So I would really consider either just pausing those low performing keywords or restructuring those keywords into new ad groups. Okay, so the very last point I want to make at the keyword level on how you can optimize this is by moving all of your broad match keywords to phrase and exact. Now, there's been a big push towards broad match in the last few years, and it does work. However, if you are not spending a certain amount of money, if you don't have a lot of conversion data, it's simply just not worth doing, I'll be completely honest. So moving your broad match keywords to phrase and exact, I would highly recommend. Now, the reason you want to do this is that your targeting is going to be way more accurate relative to that keyword. When you use broad match, you're pretty much giving Google license to show for anything. When you use phrase match and exact, you have way more control, and you can also build out very robust negative keyword lists to further control this. So there you have it. That is exactly how you can optimize your search ad campaigns to get a higher level of performance. Now, there are several other optimizations you can do, but these are really top line, but very impactful changes that I would suggest you start doing straight away if you want to see a positive impact on your search ad campaigns. If you did like the video, feel free to subscribe and give it a like, and I will see you on the next one.